Yes, welcome back to the channel. Here we go. Another big fixture. In fact, it's one of the biggest fixtures for Leicester since winning the Premier League. It's a semi-final in the FA Cup. First time, I think that probably before I was even born. I think it was in the 80s, early 80s, around 82, 83. Unbelievable stuff for Leicester. I've got a special guest today. I've got Dan from the Saints View. I'm going to get him in a second. Leicester beat Southampton 2-0 in the Premier League earlier on this season, but we've not beat the Saints twice in the same season since around 2011. I'm going to drop my phone off on mute. Right, let's get Dan in and see what Dan's got to say about this massive fixture at the weekend. Dan, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, pal. I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, you know what? I'm good. We're just off camera, just talking bits and bobs. And me untangling my wires because my son's decided to start doing stuff too. But let's get back to this fixture. What does it mean to you guys to get to the final this season?
To get to the final, to get to the semi-final, let alone, is massive for this football club. But to get to the final would be, it would mean everything. You know, it'd be absolutely huge. Obviously, we've spoken about it loads all season about the fact that fans aren't allowed to go to the games, and you know there's talk that maybe you could get 10,000 fans in for the final, which obviously that might be 4,000 each club and then 2,000 hospitality. However they're going to allocate it, there may be some fans for the final, but it just won't be perfect. Yeah, and it'd be disappointing to get to the final and, you know, maybe even win it without fans there. You know what I mean? But first and foremost.
It's not quite. It's not quite Wembley Day though, is it? Without some of the faithful going there and, you know, chanting to the rafters. You know, it's just not the same without the fans. That's the problem. Southampton season this season so far, it's been quite up and down. Some results have been all over the place. You know, I'm just looking at your past 6 fixtures. You beat Sheffield United, then lose to Man City, then lose to Brighton, then beat Bournemouth, then beat Burnley, then lose to West Brom. Is there any consistent? What's going on at the club? Is some sort of consistency problem, or what do we?
I don't think there's a consistency problem, mate, because we've been consistently bad for pretty much the whole of the calendar year so far. Right? It's hard to put a finger on what's caused it, because it's a load of different factors. Because at the start, you know, I think we'd lost maybe 4 or 5 in a row, something like that. And, you know, we were blaming injuries, we were blaming poor management at times. You know, a bit lethargic as well, you know, we were tired. But that was a couple of months ago now. We've now lost 11 Premier League games in our last 14, you know, picking up 7 points. So it's got to be the bigger picture now. You've got to look at the bigger picture and think, okay, there are issues. Maybe it's behind the scenes that we don't know about. There are now calls for Ralph's head now from some of the fans, which, you know, back in November you just wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, that massive win against Liverpool meant a lot to him. Huge.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's, you know, and that was good to see. But, you know, I've seen some tweets saying things like, you know, I don't understand how people can back this man just because he cried and claps a bit and stuff like that, which I understand that viewpoint. But for me, he's still the best man for the job right now. He's got 3 years left in his contract anyway as well. So even if we did want to sack him, you know, it'd be expensive.
But you're not going down. You're not going down.
No. I refuse to believe that we're going to be in a relegation battle the last 6, 7, 8 games. I think that's fine. So now the FA Cup's the priority, but it's been the priority since January, mate. You know, Ralph said he wants to go and fight for a competition, for a trophy. I think it's a good opportunity. I think Leicester, you know, obviously at the moment you guys are well ahead of us, but I think usually, form-wise, you know, historically we're quite similar. We're quite similar sized clubs pre, maybe, I don't know, the league title win.
It's a very similar stadium as well, isn't it?
You guys have kicked on. I remember when we were in the Championship together, or, you know, you guys have been in League One, we've been in League One. That you can draw a lot of similarities between Saints and Leicester, and, you know, it obviously means a lot. And I can see that Brendan Rodgers has prioritised this competition, and we've prioritised the competition as well.
Yeah, we're both, unfortunately, we do seem to lose players to bigger clubs as well. We both seem to be following that pattern, but Leicester have made quite a lot of money off of players. Any news for us that you can think of players coming in at Southampton?
What in terms of injuries and all that, or
Yeah.
yeah?
Anything in general?
Well, I mean, in terms of transfers, no, absolutely not. There's no money to spend at the moment. But in terms of injuries going into this game, if we're focusing short term, we look to have a fully fit squad. In fairness, the only player who I think would have started if he was available would be Oriol Romeu, but he was ruled out for the rest of the season back in like January, February time, which was a massive shame. He's been a good player for us this year. But yeah, we've got Ings fit, we've got Armstrong fit, we've got Walker Peters fit. So we should be able to play. And Walcott's just come back as well. So we've pretty much got a fully fit squad to choose from.
Okay, I like Che Adams. He's actually a Leicester man.
Yeah.
You already know that. Probably.
Yeah.
I think he's actually from Oadby in Leicester, which is not far from where I live. To be fair, Dan, I've met him a couple of times as well. So he
seems a good guy. He does seem a good guy.
Yeah, I think he's still holding a little grudge that Leicester kind of just looked at him and didn't. Sort of bring him into the team sort of thing, to the forfeit, because I think there was talks of him joining the academy at one point. I remember listening to a podcast with Matt Piper, but he's still progressed and he's still in the Premier League. So fair play to him for battling against sometimes it's in life. If you get knockbacks, you come back, don't you? You fight.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
He's done really well, and I appreciate him as a player as well. I think he's a class player. He's got a fair few goals for you this season as well.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I think he struggled last season, and then he started firing during the restart. And yeah, he's been a good player for us this year. Had a big long goal drought, but he's been one of our better players actually of late. And I'm sure I will talk about the lineup in a bit.
Yeah,
but the management of him is not been great over the last couple of weeks, in my opinion.
Leicester news on our side of the fence. Kaglar Soyuncu will be back. He's already training for the FA Cup, which is great to see after the isolation stuff out in Turkey to do with the COVID. And obviously, you must have seen the social media stuff regarding James Maddison and Hamza Chowdhury and Perez partying up on the weekend. I still don't know. I've been trying my best to find out if Maddison was at golf or not when Leicester got thumped by West Ham last week. If he was, it's very unprofessional. I can't imagine he would be, though. I think that's probably old photos and old bookings edited or put together to make it look like he was by some sort of troll, because you get that all the time, don't you?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But I think they'll all be back, hopefully. The only players, obviously, we've got out, as you already know, is the ACL tear to James Justin, who will be out for about 9 months. And we've got Harvey Barnes out still, who's still not returned to training yet, which was scheduled for probably this weekend to be returned to training. So, yeah, he's out as well. But other than that, it looks pretty good. So should we jump into the lineups and see what we can put together?
Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, okay. Let's go for it.
So I've put something special together for both of us today. And I think we'll start with you, to be fair, because there's a lot of Leicester heads there, and I've got to try and get through them all. So in goal, where are we going in goal? Are you going to go with
Forster? Definitely Fraser Forster.
Okay. So what's happened to your number one, your Alex McCarthy? What's going on with him?
Yeah, that's. I think he's one of the players who's suffered during this poor run. I thought he had a very good season, or first couple of months of the season. And he's a good shot stopper, but he was making mistakes. We were conceding a lot of goals, and it felt like Fraser was knocking on the door for a while. He started playing in the cup. Had good performances in the cup. He's yet to concede. He's played every game in the cup, and he's yet to concede. And it kind of felt like it was the right time for a change. And he's not blown us away. I'll be honest. He's not blown us away coming back into the team. I didn't even think 2 years ago that he was going to play for Southampton Football Club ever again, to be honest. But he's come back and he's made a couple of good saves, had a few iffy performances, but he's a reliable keeper. He's a good shot stopper, as I'm sure you remember.
Yeah. He's got a bit of banter as well behind him, because I remember him in front of us at the Cop at the King Power, and he he wiggled his ass at us. It was funny as hell. What formation do you think that Southampton will play?
I mean, it's a 4-2-2, so it's more like a 4-4-2. But okay. you got your wide men a bit further up.
So you're going left back.
Left back will be Ryan Bertrand, without a shadow of a doubt. We don't really have a backup, and he plays every game.
Trying to find his bloody. There he is.
I think he's in between Ingsy and Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, I've got it. Oh no, it's Ward-Prowse. There we go.
Nice one. But yeah, there's actually been talk of Bertrand maybe leaving for Leicester at the end of the
Oh,
season
really?
because he's out of contract, and it doesn't look like he's going to sign a new one. So
I didn't know that.
no, so yeah, I've seen it a couple of weeks ago because I think we're linked with Rico Henry off Brentford. I think the club want a new first choice left back because he's been first choice for 6-7 years now, and he's been class. But this season, he doesn't look on it, and I think he'd be a good option as a backup for a
Yeah.
team like Leicester. But yeah, it doesn't look like he's signing a new contract now.
Okay, I didn't know that. I've not seen that news. So there you go. There's a little interesting breaking news from Dan here. Who are your two main centre backs? Obviously, you go
It'll
Walker
be
Peters.
yeah, Walker Peters at right back, but in terms of the centre backs, it'll be Jan Bednarek and Yannick Vestergaard. A few
Yeah,
calls for our new lad Mohamed Salisu to play. He's kind of been in and out. Signed him in the summer, and then it took him ages to make his debut because of injuries. He had a poor performance against Man City, but besides that, when he's coming for a few cup games, a few league appearances. I think he's been great, and Vestergaard, he had a very good first half of the season. A little bit iffy coming back from his injury, to be honest.
yeah.
But Jan Bednarek's also one that's had a bit of an up and down season. He's played a lot of football, and it kind of feels like he might be getting a little bit tired now.
So you go Bertrand, you go Walker Peters on the right, you go Vestergaard and who? Sorry,
Bednarek in the middle with Vestergaard.
I can't
If you've got
find him.
him,
I can't find him. Yeah, there
I
he
think
is. There
yeah,
he is.
you
There
got
he
him.
is. There he is.
Nice
Yeah,
one.
there he is. There he is.
Yeah,
This is all new, by the way. I've never done this before. Like putting two teams together. I've done one,
it's cool.
never two. So you have to bear
It's
with.
it's Monday Night Football, pal.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Are you going to play as more of a holding role and one in front, or are you going to play two?
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about midfielder. So two in the middle will be Ward-Prowse and Diallo. Ward-Prowse but both of them are quite defensive, to be honest with you, mate. Ward-Prowse is a box to box play. I think he's one of the best runners in the Premier League. I think last season he covered more ground than I don't want to say he covered the most ground in the league, but he was definitely up there. Whereas Diallo is more of the defensive minded player. I don't know if he's in there, but yeah, like I said, Romeu's.
I've just got to find him first.
Yeah, no problem.
There he is.
Yeah, like I said, Romeu's out for the season, so it'll be Diallo. To be fair, Diallo. No one had heard of him when we signed him in the summer because he wasn't our first choice replacement for Pierre Højbjerg. But to be fair, the kid can play football. He's good. I like him a lot.
So left and right, are we going to see Walcott start? Do you think?
I think we are. I wouldn't say that'd be the right call from Ralph, but if he is going to start, it'll be up front. So I think on the right, it'll be on the right of the midfield. It'll be Stuart Armstrong.
Stuart Armstrong. Got to find him first. There he is.
Another player who's had a cracking season for Saints. He's one of my favourite players at the moment. I think he's excellent. Okay. He's actually. He scored against Leicester last season, so that might be something he wants to repeat. But yeah, no, he's one of the most underrated players in the league, in my opinion. £7 million. He's an absolute bargain. And then on the left, I think it's going to be between Nathan Redmond and Moussa Djenepo. I think Redmond's going to get the nod. He's come into a little bit of form recently. Hasn't had a good season, but scored against Burnley, scored a brace in the last round against Bournemouth. So I think he'll be given the nod. But Djenepo would be, I think he'd be deserving of a shout as well. But yeah, that's the midfield, and then up front, Danny Ings without a doubt.
Danny Ings, yeah. I would like to have Danny Ings at Leicester if it was the case of European football. Again, with the Thursday night stuff, if we don't get Champions League football, I think that's where I would like to go. It's unfortunate to take Danny Ings off you. I don't know if he'd leave Southampton to go Leicester, but
I don't know. I really don't know at this point, to be honest. He's a local lad. He could be worshipped at the club, but it doesn't look like he'll sign that contract. So we'll see.
So on the bench, you'd put McCarthy on the bench.
Yeah, I think there's space for another player, actually. I think we'd have Walcott up front as well, next to Ings. I'd like Adams, but...
where is Walcott? There he is.
I think it will be Walcott. Ralph likes his experience, but yeah, it's been a weird one. He has exceeded expectations, to be fair to him. And obviously he's an academy product too, so... it'll mean a lot for him to play for Southampton in a cup semi-final, and he's won the FA Cup a couple of times as well. So maybe we could do with that experience. But
yeah,
for me, based on quality, Shay Adams should be starting next to Danny Ings.
Okay, so but you think he's going to go Walcott?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, your bench is looking like Che Adams probably. McCarthy, Adams. Would you say I'm about right here at the minute?
Yeah. I mean, Romeo can't play, but that's fine. And then, but then it'll be a couple of young lads who you probably won't have in there. To be fair, mate. I'd like to think that our young lad Alex Yankovic, who's probably well known for getting sent off after 2 minutes at Old Trafford a couple months ago, he'll be on that bench.
I'll show you. I've got Ramsey. I've got Teller.
Yeah, Ramsey will be there. Teller will be there. Yeah,
I've got Smallbone. I've done them all. To be fair, Minamino's there.
Yeah, but a couple of them are injured. Minamino's cup tied as well, which is a pain. So because he'd be a good option.
Okay, so no Minamino.
No, Smallbone actually did his ACL when we went to the King Power in January, so he's out as well.
Okay,
Obafemi's out. And then the other four, I'd expect them all to be on the bench. Yeah.
So there you go.
Nice.
I haven't quite got enough room, but we'll get the kinks out of this next time we do it. I'm going to try and do it with other teams as well, because it only took me like 40 minutes to get all the graphics together and put it all together. So
but that looks like what we'll go for. I think we've got a good few options off the bench. Nathan Teller's looked good, a nice young prospect. Gineppo's playing quite well recently. Adams, like I said, he's in the goals at the moment. So I think we've got options off the bench. It's just about how the game goes and whether Ralph wants to use them or not.
Right. Well, Leicester's side, I'm just going to remove some of the players that I don't think are going to feature, because it's a waste of time having their graphics on. Obviously, we know. I don't even think Kenges Under is going to start. He's not staying permanently at Leicester either. Kenges Under, so he'll be gone. Harvey Barnes is there. Need to remove him. Daniel Ward's there. James Madison's there. Jamie Vardy. Wes Morgan needs to be gone because he's injured as well. And to be honest with you, I can't see Wes Morgan playing another game for Leicester. He's just getting too old. Lesha Bella, I don't think he'll be there. Right, that's a lot of players. So let's go with Kasper Schmeichel to start. The guys in the chat, what do you think, Leicester as well? Guys in the chat, let me know if I'm putting this right. I'll let you start just choosing the team. I don't think Madders and Perez will play again this weekend, says I am. Is that purely because of what's happened at the weekend? Do you think there's going to be a bit of a
hope they don't play. I hope they don't play.
That would be good news for you boys, to be fair.
Yeah.
But Madders has to start, though, says Sedant. Remove Fuchs as well. Yes, remove Fuchs. He's not going to play ever. He's done as well, I think. His legs are gone. Bless him. Kenga's under on the bench. Wes Morgan isn't injured, but he's not played for some time because of a back problem. Even though they say he's not injured, I can't see him ever being on the bench, to be honest with you. I just can't see it. Cags, Fofana and Evans as a back three, says Sedant. Yeah, that's what I was thinking with wing backs, so that's what we're going to do. They've been brilliant at the back, Fofana, Cags and Evans as a trio. I think they've been absolutely brilliant, so that's what we're going to go with. There's Fofana, Soyuncu as well, and Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans, what do you think about Johnny Evans, Dan?
I thought last season he was cracking. I do feel like he's dropped off a little bit this season. But yeah, no, he's another defender I admire. I think he's had a great career, and to be honest, I didn't expect him to do that well when he signed for Leicester, but fair play, last season he was class. It
was an absolute steal. Since he's come in, he's kind of warmed Soyuncu and Fofana into the game, if that makes sense. Even though we lost Harry Maguire, who apparently was our better defender, I feel that Johnny Evans offers far more to the squad. Let's go with Ricardo Pereira, because I'm pretty certain Ricardo's going to go right or left as your kind of wing back, as well as Castagna, the Belgium international, which we signed from Atalanta, sorry. And he's brilliant. He's mustard.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He really is, and he's just getting better and better. A slight few injuries this season regarding most of the players have had some sort of injury. To be fair, I think we've missed out in total in the last 12 months. Dan, we've missed around 220 games combined between the squad. It's disgusting.
We've had loads of injury issues. Ingsy's not been fit for a lot of the season. Armstrong's been in and out. Walcott was out for 2 or 3 months. Redmond's had injuries. Walker Peters has had injuries. Most of them have had at least a month on the sideline, respectively. It's not been great.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to say, but Ndidi's fit and he's going to be playing. So
yeah, another good player.
he's gonna almost own that midfield. I'm going to stick Yuri Tielemans in as well, obviously, because those two have been working as a pair, and they are, give or take, the best pairing in the Premier League, next to some of the big boys like Fernandez and stuff. I'd say these two are just getting better and better week in, week out. It won't be long before Ndidi's picked up, though. That's the problem. I think at some point Ndidi's going to get picked up by a bigger club than Leicester City.
Yeah.
And matters as your cam, says Ian in the chat. Yeah, I was just about to do that myself, even though he was on the naughty list. I would say so too. And then you'd probably go, what? Nacho and Vardy, right? You have to play Vardy. Regardless of his form being out, Dan, surely you play Vardy, don't you?
Yeah, I think you absolutely have to. Definitely. I mean, I was speaking to another Leicester fan, and I didn't even realise it was 1 goal in 17, something like that.
Yeah, it's not great for him now. It's not.
But Iheanacho for me, out of all those 11 players there, Iheanacho is the one I'm looking out for, and I'm most worried about, to be honest with you. I think he's in great form, and he'll definitely be a handful.
Okay. In that case, where do we go with the bench? I'd say Mark Albrighton's going to make the bench. Did you know Mark Albrighton's nickname I don't know if it's his middle name or not, but Vardy shouted out in a little kind of video caught in the training facility. He shouted Kevin. And now all of a sudden he's got this nickname Kevin. I don't know if it's his middle name or not, but everyone's going, Kevin! To Mark Albrighton.
What is that? Or a link to De Bruyne?
Maybe. I'm no idea, but it's funny as hell. So yeah, Mark Albrighton, Mendy, Dennis Pratt will probably feature on the bench as well. See what the chat say. I don't know if Luke Thomas will get a sniff, to be honest with you. Perez might make the bench. This is quite tough because there's too many heads here. Danny Ward will obviously make the bench because we need a goalkeeper, and he's just signed a contract, by the way. Danny Ward, if you didn't know.
Yeah, I've got a Leicester mate. We were speaking about that yesterday. I'm not too sure as to, it's an interesting one. Not playing much. I heard something. He's not played a league game in 4 or 5 years. Is that right?
He's not. He's not played for a long, long time in the Premier League. I know that he's obviously filled in some of those League Cup games and stuff, but. Let's remove Tavares. We've got this guy here. Where is he? Number 50. Can't grab him. Number 50 here, Tavares. He's Nani's cousin.
Oh right, okay.
From Manchester United. If you look at him
now,
I
remember Nani.
You can actually see his face. Look at his face.
He looks like Nani. He actually does.
But I only just found out recently. I was like, whoa, okay, yeah, you can see the resemblance. I just need to remove him because I don't think he'll go. And Vontae Campbell will go. How many are we allowed on the bench? 9.
8 or 9, yeah, something like that. I'm not too sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would probably put is Daniel Amate there? Yeah, he is. It's got to be one more. Luke Thomas then, yeah, he's there. Tough. I don't know if he'll get played, but Kenga's under offers something on the wings, so I'm going to put him in. But I mean that's about it. But that's looks like a good game, mate. That Leicester team is class. There's no doubt about it. But I do think we can give you guys a good game, definitely. His name's Mark Kevin Albrighton. Oh fucking hell!
There we go.
You should see it. Vardy taking a mick. It's brilliant. He almost falls down like you are Home Alone when his mum shouts Kevin and falls over. It's brilliant, mate. Honestly. But there you go. That's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with almost like a 3-4-1-2 formation almost.
Okay, yeah.
it's like 5 at the back, but Ricardo and Castagna really push down those wings and acting as your midfield wingers as well. So, yeah, it's looking good. That's how I would play. You boys playing as 4-4-2. It's going to be a strong game. If that was the lineups, Dan, what's your score going to be? What's your predictions for this game?
Oh, mate, don't do that to me. I've got to back. I've got to back us. I've got, it's a huge game, and it'll mean absolutely everything if we can get ourselves to a final. I'll go 2-1 Saints. We've played well. To be fair, we've played some of our best stuff all season in the FA Cup. I don't know why we haven't done it in the league recently, but it's just when it's come to the cup, for some reason we've turned up, and yeah, we haven't conceded in the competition yet. I don't know if that's going to change. Going to change on the weekend, but we've had a very good run in the competition in the 4 games. We a bit lucky with the draws, but you got to beat what you face, and we've won every game comfortably.
I think we've both drew the team that we wanted to play out of.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't want to play Man City. I don't think you would want to play Chelsea at the minute with obviously this new manager that's came in. And at the time, I think he hadn't lost a game when the draw was on.
It means, I think, it's one of those where it's the 2 clubs left and out of the 4 where it means a lot. It doesn't happen. I was waiting for that.
Well, I was waiting for someone to say it. You suffered another 9-0 this season. Do you think?
Yeah, that one was a completely different scenario. The Leicester one was down to just poor players on the pitch. I think the Man United one, everything went wrong for us that evening. But yeah, we were going to have to talk about it. I think we're a lot more competitive now. We gave you guys a very good game at the King Power. I thought we were quite unlucky to go away with a 2-0 defeat there. So
I was on that show, and I said, although we beat you 2-0, I thought Southampton played really well.
And that's it. And Ralph's obviously managed 2 wins at the King Power. We beat you guys there last season. I think we're going to be competitive. I think we're going to give you a good game, and I think if we show up and Leicester don't, don't get me wrong, I think Leicester are a completely unbelievable side. I think they're great, but I don't think they've got that mentality just yet of a top side that even if they don't play well in this sort of game, they go on to win it, regardless of not playing well. I think if we play well and Leicester don't, we win the game. I don't think Leicester edge it, but look, that might come to bite me in the backside. Who knows? But I think if we show up, we'll win the game.
Ooh, tough.
Let's put it that way.
I'm going to go the other way around. Okay. I'm going to say 2-1 Leicester.
Yeah, I think you have to. You have to back your team in this one. I think if it was a league game, I'd be saying Leicester are going to win it. And obviously we play you guys in the league in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, but, I was just about to touch that. We've got a league game after this. So
this is the warm-up.
Yeah, I think this will be a complete different game to that one, like you just said. I think there'll be more fight between 2 sides in this one, I think, than the next one. I'm going to go for 2-1 Leicester. You're going to go for you're backing your team.
Of course.
But good luck for the fixture. Are you doing anything for the game? You can do anything like preview or you can use this if you want. You can use this. I don't mind. You can use this.
I filmed the preview. So our preview's out on actually tonight. Actually, I think I've scheduled it for 6 p.m. probably. If you guys want to go check that out,
please do in the chat. Please tick on Dan's channel. It's hyperlinked in the title. You click it, it'll take you straight to his channel. And you won't even leave this video. You can just click it now and hit the sub button and help a guy out. He's doing some great work. I know that you do some official stuff as well. You're in the press conference,
and that's what I was going to say. Yeah, unfortunately, I've got a game on Sunday actually, so I've got to rush home for the semi-final. Thank God it's a 6:30 kickoff. Otherwise, I might have missed it. So my game got moved. So I'm at Coventry Barnsley on Sunday, and then I'm rushing home for Saints Leicester. Yeah,
you do some real good stuff, mate. I don't know how you get yourself into the real media conference suites and stuff is great. But you keep putting out your content. Good stuff, man.
Pal. Thank you.
Good luck. Anyway, good luck, and I'll speak to you probably. I don't know, maybe for the Premier League one as well.
Yeah, no, please do. Yeah, all the best for after the game.
Yeah, Rennie saying good luck on Sunday. That was a real tough game. Southampton pressed hard. Yes, the one recently, we won 2-0. You guys did press hard. Is it Diallo? It was everywhere. That guy was everywhere.
And that's it. He's a good player. I do like him. And that's it. I think the focus now has been on the cup for the last couple of months. We'll want it. I think both teams will want it. It'll be a good game.
Yeah, and to be fair, it's going to be Man City, isn't it, in the final?
I don't know. You say that. I really think Chelsea's got a bit about him, but we'll see.
That's Man City. Right. Thank you, Dan, for coming in, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care, mate. Bye-bye.
Yeah, top man. Thank you.
There's Dan from the Saints View. Please go and check his channel out. He does some absolute cracking stuff. If you go onto his Twitter as well and follow him on Twitter, you'll see he's just constantly. He's got his mask on in the ground and stuff, so he must be doing a lot of stuff. I've not actually even asked him how he gets into that sort of stuff, because I'd love to do that and cover official Leicester stuff, but I don't think Leicester have anything to do with me ever again. But hey ho, it is what it is. We just keep going. Thank you everyone for joining in on the preview show. Go and check out Dan's channel. Smash the like and hit the subscribe button if you are new. Come on, the Leicester. We're going to be doing the live watch along on Sunday at 6:30. The kickoff we'll be live at about 6:10 on the channel here. The pinned right now, the link straight to the stream. You can click it. It will take you straight to it. Go and do it. What you're waiting for, hit it up. I'll see you a little bit later. Might be doing a live stream with my lad for Father versus Son again on the channel. We'll see you then. Till next time. Adios.